Hello everyone, this is Linkmus Prime, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Animated Universe Bumblebee. Now, if you didn't watch my previous unboxing video, I do recommend checking that out, but anyways, let us get right into the review. Overall, I'm not gonna lie, not a great first impression into this new line of Legacy. Um, a lot of people I know have been having a pretty good experience with him, and my experience isn't too bad. I will say that it's got some issues that I just can't seem to not unnotice. And let's just get into it. So. Starting off with positives. Positives is it's a very nicely shaped vehicle mode. I do like the way that it looks. In terms of the paint work, there's a black stripe. There's an Autobot logo. I mean, of course, that's stamp graphed on there. That's not paint. There's nothing else really, and I'm not really expecting any more paint other than what's already here. So yeah, I mean, we got some light silver painted here, and we got some black painted for the grill and for these sections there, and that's about it. Everything else is just plastic, nothing, no paint. I mean, of course, the yellow is painted over the clear plastic. Of course, that's going to be expected, but yeah. Okay, so going into my problems, and there's quite a bit. This right here, this does not want to tab in properly. I've tried to get it to stay, and it just won't. So that is pretty annoying. I'm used to seeing stuff like this happen on Transformers, but I just want to see it connect, and it won't do that. All of this up here is fine, but then we get down to here. These arms suck. They suck terribly. They don't align properly. The legs block them from, actually going in properly, and you can't get things to kind of stay in place. They just kind of like to separate and connect and disconnect, and you can't get them to stay. I'm having such a horrible time, and everything untabs. It does not stay together very well, and oh great, now that won't go back in. Great. Oh, there we go. I think, yeah. My last few gripes, this clear plastic looks really weird. I'm not a fan. From the front, it looks fine. From the side, it looks like the MP Bumblebee, the recent Masterpiece Bumblebee. It just looks like a hot mess. And then we just have these black pieces of plastic that are just there, because these are where the hinges for the arms, come in. Why didn't they just mold them in yellow? The only thing that I can think of is, there's a few options, because here's the thing. This is the bicep, so I do understand that. This is the bicep in robot mode, so they do have to be black. But why couldn't they have just, I don't know, either made a separate yellow piece to pop over this, or just painted over it, because that looks incredibly ugly. Now, when I first saw the leaked images of this figure, I knew that it wasn't going to be, too great in terms of how it looked in the vehicle mode. And I knew what to expect, but this is on a whole other level of just not... It's really not that good. And it kind of... I'm a little bit disappointed. Now, I know, of course, it's a deluxe class, so... Of course, it's going to be, there's not going to be too much budget to go into it, but come on, Hasbro, this is insane. Now, I know the other figures in the line are most likely going to be pretty decent, but come on, I'm pretty sure this is the only Bumblebee that exists in the entire Legacy toy line. And for this to be the first one, what a major disappointment. So yeah. Yeah, I've pretty much gone over my positives, and my negatives really outweigh them too, and that's really disappointing, because I was looking forward to, this, but no, this is incredibly disappointing. It just, what I had to do was, so when I transformed this at first, I didn't have instructions. I just, I looked at parts, and I turned them and rotated them, and then I had a car. And then these arms were bugging me, so I had to watch Emgo's review of the figure to make sure that I didn't do something wrong. And no, I didn't do anything wrong. I did it exactly right, and it just doesn't go together well. So yeah, what a major disappointment in terms of vehicle mode. Now, the good thing is I can say that the robot mode is actually not a disappointment compared to the vehicle mode. But yeah, in terms of vehicle mode, oh boy. Oh boy. Now, Bumblebee here does come with some accessories. We do have these blaster pieces right here, and they are actually separate pieces. So we do have, you know, of course, the rocket booster piece, and we do have the stinger piece. So these do connect, and all you gotta do is just pop them on like so and like so. And I kind of like the way that these look because I think it looks interesting. Like if you look at it from the side, it kind of looks like a, you know, an effect piece kind of coming out. And so yeah, I do like the way that that looks. I think that that is an interesting little inclusion there. Oh, and I did forget to mention in terms of paint, the rims are painted silver, which it looks pretty nice. I will say that. So hey, you know, what's there is good. You know, the good thing is there's no scratched paint or anything like that. Mine is completely fine in those regards. But yeah, in terms of just coming together as a figure in vehicle mode, it is bad. It is really bad. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for all of that. Anyways, I feel like I've talked about the vehicle mode as much as I wanted to. So let's get to the transformation. And here we have animated Bumblebee in his robot mode, and compared to the vehicle mode, the robot is leagues better. And just moving in on the detail of Bumblebee here, it's not half bad. The face, they absolutely nailed in my opinion. That is definitely animated Bumblebee right there. I love the silver paint. I love that they got the black outline. It definitely gives off kind of like, because I know that's a design choice in the show, but it does make it look like it's an actual, you know, cartoon that just popped on, you know, in real life. We get some more of that black outlining on the top of the head, blue eyes, and of course we have the mouth to the side. Can't miss that on an animated Bumblebee. So yeah, nailed it there. The proportions overall are not too bad. I know what they were going for this, so I'm not one of those people who's like upset that, oh, they didn't get the animated style right. Like I understand what the entire Legacy line is going for, and it's going for G1 aesthetic. So, you know, yeah, so I'm not upset that it's not like, you know, the animated accurate. Like it gives off the feeling of animated, and it looks like animated Bumblebee, and that's all that matters to me. But yeah, overall really good. But yeah, so going in more on the detail, of course the chest is, you know, there. Still not a fan of clear plastic, but at least it's a little bit better utilized just because of everything that's going on for the robot mode. Compared in vehicle mode, it looks weird. In robot mode, it looks fine. Now the shoulders and the biceps are the only weird part. They just kind of like not too big on that, but it's not like as long as you, like, I don't know, cover it up just a little bit like that and you look at it from a different angle, that looks decent. So yeah, not a huge deal there. That is manageable. But we do have, of course, the wheels on the arms, classic animated style Bumblebee, you know, type of thing right there. We get, you know, some pretty nice detail on the forearms, which is really nice. We get some more detail on the hands. Of course, the sides of the arms are just the doors in vehicle mode. We do get some more detail right here in the waist area, more detail on the legs, and of course we get your classic animated style legs, and they still manage to mold in the front of the vehicle on the feet, so that is something that is very nice. I do kind of wish that they could have found a way to make these the actual feet and the, you know, like in the actual you know what I mean? Like, instead of this being the feet, like these are the front of the feet. So I do wish they could have done that, but hey, not a huge deal. It still looks great. Now, in terms of his articulation, we do have a ball joint at the head, which allows him to look up very far and also down, not too far. I mean, that's as far as you're going to get him to look down, but hey, not a huge deal. The only part that's a bit annoying is this does come in like too much. Like you can like basically just pop it down inside the chest, and that's because there's no tab supporting it or anything like that. It just kind of sits there. Wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. I found the tab. Okay, it's just very light. Okay, never mind. I fixed that problem anyways. But the arms do rotate. Oh, wait. Yeah, going back to the head, and it does rotate side to side, but not too well. You kind of have to, overlap these shoulder bits. But hey, not a huge deal. Of course, we get some, tilting motion. So hey, that is pretty cool. Arms can rotate not all the way around. But we do get some more, range in this little shoulder bit right here, or bicep bit, I should say. They can move out about that much, and if you drop it down, you can get more range going outwards, so that is pretty nice. We do have a bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, and we do have rotation in the fist, which was actually pretty surprising to me. So yeah, that is something that is pretty nice. We get rotation in the waist. That is partially due to transformation. Legs kick forward that much, back that much. They can do the full splits. We do get a swivel at the thigh, a very nice bend at the knee, and we do actually get an ankle pivot. At first I thought that he didn't have like a full ankle pivot, but I had to kind of adjust it, and he does have quite a bit of range going on there. So yeah, so we do have an ankle pivot, and we do also have, I can get this back in, come on, get in there. Okay, never mind, I'll deal with that later. And we do have some movement in the heel, also mainly due to transformation, so we do have that. So yeah, articulation on Bumblebee here is pretty good. Now, earlier I did mention Bumblebee's weapons here, and of course he can hold them. They are a bit tight in the hands, I will say that. When I was like popping them in for the first time, they weren't going in very easily. So I would, I guess, maybe caution you to like either kind of break in the fists a little bit, or maybe just sand down the handles just a tiny bit, not too much, because yeah, as you can see, it's still kind of fighting me here. There we go. But yeah, so that is one thing that I do recommend. But yeah, you know what, they look pretty good when he's holding them, so that is something that is very nice. And that's not the only thing that he can do. If we take them out like so and like so, you can pop these into the back for storage. There's little ports right here. There's also ports on the side, but that's more so for vehicle mode, so I do recommend doing it on the back. And he has a little rocket booster pack type thing going on, and I really like the way that it looks. Like so yeah, that is a nice little neat inclusion. And of course, these do pop out like so. And if you see right here, if we open up this panel right here and flip in the fist like so, close that back up, you'll see that there is a port right here, and that is for these to fit inside like so. And if we do the same thing on the other side, rotate that in like that, and bring in the second one like so. And all we got to do, so just rotate these around, close that around, and tab that together. We got his little stinger weapon accessory thingy that he has in the show. And yeah, that works out very nicely. I would say that this definitely works out a little bit better than on the original figure. Don't get me wrong, it still works on the original figure, but it's a little bit easier to navigate on this one. So that is a very good little inclusion there. But yeah, and just for a quick size comparison, here we have the animated Bumblebee next to the Transformers Reactivate Optimus Prime, the Studio Series Gamer Edition Starscream, and the Legacy Evolution Animated Prowl. And these two definitely look really good together, and I am very excited to get Optimus Prime to join these two. And overall, my final comments on this figure is that I guess it depends on who's buying it. And I guess it depends on what copy. I don't know if the issues that I have are QC or if it's just simply a bad mold. Because yeah, things don't come together properly, and it doesn't show signs of having like warped plastic or misassembled parts or anything like that. Like everything looks fine. So I'm kind of leaning more towards the latter because yeah, not a great mold in terms of trying to, you know, utilize it for its I don't know, main purpose, which is to transform. So yeah, in terms of if you want something that comes together nicely, then I don't recommend it personally. The only reason I recommend picking this up is if you want something that has a decent robot mode and will go like it will fit nicely into a specific collection. In this case, it's the animated collection. So if you just want the new Legacy animated figures and you want to collect all of them, then yeah, get Bumblebee. But if you're looking for like a good figure, then this is not where you want to go in general. Just yeah, too many problems. I personally can't recommend it for those specific reasons. For a good robot mode, for a good decent figure, yeah, you're gonna get something pretty good. The weapons are really nice inclusion. I do like the way that, you know, they integrate into the figure, kind of like on the original toy. So yeah, you do have some pros and cons. I'd say this is at least a 50% good figure, just because the robot mode's good, the vehicle mode is not at all. But yeah, overall, it's okay. So, you know, 5 out of 10, I guess. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much about it for this review. I hope you'll enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.